All right, now, again, remember, I try to tell you guys, you have to keep up with me. All right, and some of you, I'm trying to talk individually and say, look, if you don't try in class, you're not expected to get better on Friday. It's not going to happen. All right, so come on, speak up, get in the game. All right, you got to work harder. All right, I see a lot of people who want to go to private schools next year. All right, and I want you to go. I think that's the best. All right, so let's try harder, some of you. All right, try harder. All right, and then speak up. Now, this is completely new, so nobody knows. Everybody's in the same boat. All right, completely new. Now, the reason why this seems harder is because we're solving for B. All right, so what I need you to do is underline B. That's what you're solving for. All right. Now, when you're solving for a variable, that just means get the variable by itself. So what's in the way? C. So what connects B and C, or how is B and C connected? So that's it, guys. I don't understand why that's so hard. All right, so I'm going to divide both sides by C, and I'm gonna go ahead and just show my work. Now, what happens to this two C's on the right side? They cross out. So B is equal to A over C. That's the answer. That's all there is to it. That's it. Now, your job, for those of you guys who are trying to do better, is to say, man, I have no idea what the guy just did. He's crazy. All right, anybody thinking that? Or it's just without numbers is all we're doing. We're just doing letters now. All right, so now let's take a look at number 2. Area equals length times width. So if I solve for L, all I need to do is divide by W. Divide by W. So L is equal to A divided by W. Number 5, circumference is pi times the diameter. So we're solving for D though, right?
E equals C over pi.
That's all it is. Divide both sides by pi. Divide both sides by pi. So the diameter, bless you, is always the circumference divided by pi. That's it. What?
How do you know, like, you know how there's like 2 letters on the after the equal sign? How do you know which one to modify?
Because it's telling you which one to solve for. We're solving for D, right? So if we're solving for D,
Okay.
all right, here we go. Let's try another one. Number 7. Solving for H. So the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared H. So again, you're solving for H. So what do I have to get rid of? Pi times r squared. How do I get rid of pi times r squared? Divide it. So I'm going to divide by pi r squared. Divide by pi r squared. So the height of a cylinder is always the volume divided by pi r squared. That's all that means. All right. Now it's going to start getting harder. All right, we're solving for M. Solving for M. All right, so I need some help here, guys. What do you think I have to do, Maya?
You could do minus B.
Yay, very smart, very smart. Now, what I always try to tell kids is think about it if I was saying like 5 equals 3x plus 4. right? If we're trying to solve for the letter, we have to get rid of these first. Again, we're still kind of doing PEMDAS backwards, right? So that was very good, actually. So now what we're going to do is put a minus b and a minus b. Now, can you really do anything with y minus b?
No.
No, it's just y minus b equals mx. All right, finish it up for me, Maya. That was really good. Now what?
Y minus b divided by x.
Yes, divide both sides by x. Divide both sides by x. So m is always equal to y minus b over x. I don't think that's that hard. All right, let's carry on. Interest is equal to principal times rate times time. All right, Eddie. What does t equal? What do I have to do to both sides?
Yeah.
By what?
P and R.
That's correct. So time is always your interest divided by your principal times your rate, or PR. That wasn't bad. All right. A little bit harder. Tyler, help me with 13.
13,
What am I solving for?
y.
All right, so we need to underline the y. Now remember, Brennan, I want you speaking up, okay? You okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay, Tyler, what do you think I should do first?
Do you divide the b?
Nope. Jolie, what do you think you should do?
Did you subtract
Very good. Subtract what, kiddo?
the y?
No, no, no. Tell him, Misha.
The a.
Yay, good for you. Subtract the AX. Exactly. Because I'm trying to isolate the Y, I move anything that doesn't have a Y has to be moved. Anything that doesn't have a Y has to be moved. All right, so now everybody's going to write down BY equals C minus AX. All right, Tyler, now what?
You divide the b.
Yeah, divide by B. Now watch when I divide the whole thing by B. Y equals C minus AX all over B. Josh, how's that? Evan, you all right? Luca, doing all right? Brennan, still okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 15, distance equals rate times time. Tell me. Divide by R.
And then it would be t equals b over r.
Yes, guys, that's how easy. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Wow, this one I tried to really mess you up. I'm solving for X. Now this right here is the X that we're looking for. Is X the same as X1?
No.
No, they're different. They're different. All right, Trey, what do you think I should do first to get to the X?
M times x. Times x.
It's okay. Josh, what do I do? You are amazing. Divide by M, right? So everybody's got to divide by M. Now, remember, step by step, immediately, if you're not sure why I'm dividing by M, tell me. We're dividing by M's because these M's cancel now. Do you agree with that? So now I have Y minus Y1 over M equals X minus X1. All right, someone else volunteer. What am I trying to do next?
You add
That is correct. You add x1. You add x1. Now, I always just like to write the variable x equals y minus y1 over m plus x1. All right, here we go. Ooh. Fraction. Brennan, what are you thinking? How do I get rid of a fraction? Yes, multiply by what? Yes, multiply by the reciprocal. What's the reciprocal of 5/9?
9/5.
Right, so now I have 9/5 equals f minus 32. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Molly, what do I do now?
Plus the 30.
Yeah, plus 32. Good job, guys. All right, I told you, you're getting the hang of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and write f equals. And that's, believe it or not, I'm sure you guys all know that. That's the Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius formula. Anybody have any issues so far? All right, Zeb. Solve for pi. What do I have to do here?
I have a question about this one. Could you change the division?
Yeah, so you're going to multiply both sides by pi. Very nice. So now we have pi d equals c.
So,
Now what? Just a minute, Ashley, you can tell me.
could you divide it
By what?
by C?
No, 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 no. What are we solving for?
Pi.
So highlight pi. Now, how do I get pi by itself?
Divide by D.
Yeah, divide by d. Divide by d. So that is, believe it or not, if someone says, what's pi? Your response should be the circumference divided by the diameter is pi. The circumference divided by the diameter is pi. You good with this? Ashley, what?
If you're like solving for pi, you should multiply to c.
Okay, so this is a hard one. So I'm going to draw it again just to make sure. D equals C divided by pi, right? So sometimes I tell kids whenever the variable's in the bottom, you could make it kind of like a proportion where we cross multiply. C times 1 is C, and then pi times D is pi D. You with me on that now? Right? Because technically we can't have what we're solving for in the denominator. So the best way to do it is multiply, okay? Yeah, that one's a hard one. So everybody should put a little star by that one and make sure you understand. All right. Jackson.
Yeah.
What do I need to do on 23? Yep, solving for V. Not first.
Plus
That's right. What am I adding?
16.
You're good, buddy. Add 16t squared, right? So now the height of an object that's in free fall plus 16t squared equals initial velocity times time. So now how do I solve for V?
Divide by T.
You're dividing by T. Very good work, buddy. Come on, you're in the game now, right? Hey, Jackson?
Yeah.
You in the game, right?
Yeah, so B equals H plus 16T squared over T.
That's excellent. Okay, so this is actual formula 2, force between two objects. Right. G is the gravitational force, mass 1, mass 2, and D is the distance between the two objects. All right. Come on, everybody look up. I need to solve for G. Solve for G. What do you think?
D squared times F.
Yes, you're going to multiply both sides by D squared first. So then D squared F equals G times mass 1, mass 2. So now what could I do?
Divide both sides by mass 1.
Yes, and
Mass 2.
yes. So we're divide both sides by mass 1 and mass 2. Divide both sides by mass 1 and mass 2. So G equals D squared times F divided by mass 1 times mass 2. Yes.
How would you divide with mass 1 and mass 2 together?
Well, you can do it differently, separately, but it's just like they're all being multiplied. So to undo the multiplication, you can divide them all. Yes. All right, I'll let you try. Let's give it 27 a shot. This is the sum of the interior angles of a polygon.
You're solving for n.
Yep. So what would I do first?
Then you 185 or move it over to the S side.
How do I do that? Now what holds?
You divide
That's correct. That's correct. Divide by 180.
the S over 180.
S over 180 equals n minus 2. And now what?
Plus 2.
That's correct.
So S equals 180 plus 2
Equals what?
equals minus n
No,
equals n.
equals n, right? So I would rewrite that as n equals S over 180 plus 2.
Then minus 2.
That's the answer.
Oh,
We're solving for n. N is by itself.
it's kind of confusing.
It is confusing. That's why you're practicing. That's why there's a lot of them. What?
If you get n equals s plus 2 over
No. Because you have to divide before you add.
why would you divide?
Because I'm undoing multiplication, right? It's kind of like, and here's what I'm trying to teach you. It's kind of like if I had 6 times x plus 2 equals 12. Last week, what did I show you? You can just do what to make it easier? Divide by 6 first. So I divided by 180 first. You with me? Now you're happy? All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, 29 is kind of tricky. So Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Josh, what do I have to do?
You want the minus 2.
Yes, thank you, sir. Now you have a hard one now. How do you undo a square?
Square root.
Yes, sir. Good job, man. B equals square root of c squared minus a squared. Because why? Because when you undo a square, you do the what? Square root. Square root. All right, is everybody happy with that explanation so far? So good? All right, let's continue on. Whoa, that can't be it.
You would do even sign.
Yeah. So now your job is to try to do the evens. All right, now I'm pretty happy with that, but I'm gonna stop the video and then I'm gonna tell you something real quick. What? The answer again to 29 was that. Okay. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to pause the video. When I say the reciprocal, fractions are reciprocals. Fractions are reciprocals. So I feel pretty good about number 2. We're just getting rid of the D, right? So we're subtracting D. So everybody should have E equals F minus D. Everybody good with that? All right. Number 2. Now I have the number 1/2. So to get rid of 1/2, I multiply by what? Yes, 2. If I multiply by 2, that gives me 2a. Now I understand the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2 over 1, but does the over 1 mean anything? No. So now just to show you, I'm going to go slow. Now, how do I get rid of the b? Divide by b. So the height is twice the area divided by the base. Everybody good? All right, let's see how you did on number 6. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So what does pi actually equal? Nope, it does not. What does pi equal? According to this, say it. Yes, what, Ashley? Yes, you can define pi as the area of a circle divided by its radius squared. All I did was divided by r squared, divide by r squared. That isolated the pi. So pi is a divided by r squared. Is that a little better?
So it wouldn't be AR 2.
R2 is r squared.
So it has to be A over.
Yeah, because these two things, pi and r squared, are connected together with multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we have to divide. All right, here we go. Number 7. Energy is mass times the speed of light squared. So what is mass? Yes, E over C squared. That is correct. Good. Here we go. All right, now let's try here now. Again, I see 1/2 again. How do I get rid of 1/2? Reciprocal. What is the reciprocal 1/2? So now 2a equals h times b1 plus b2. That's the area of a trapezoid. Now, I need to get rid of what next? H. How do I get rid of h? Divide by h. So now I have 2a over h equals b1 plus b2. Now, how do I solve for b1? Minus b2. That's not too bad. Minus b2, minus b2. So b1 equals 2a over h minus b2. That's it. Okay, number 12, perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2W. Ally, what are we thinking?
I got E minus 21.
P minus
I mean.
2L, that's okay, that's okay.
And then I did P minus 2L over 2.
Yay, good job, girl. That was really good. W equals P minus 2L over 2. What time's the bell ring, guys? I forget. 40 what?
41.
41. Okay, so that's a good stop. All right, we still have 2 minutes. If you want, keep trying. All right. Keep it up, guys. Keep working. I did a lot of your work for you now.